Good morning. Grüezi. Dear students, mentors, leaders, organizers, and guests, welcome to the 55th International Chemistry Olympiad. I am Helma Wennemars. I am a professor of organic chemistry at the ETH Zurich. Today, I have the immense pleasure of welcoming you on behalf of the ICO 2023 team and the ETH Zurich to Switzerland and a week of celebrating chemistry. There are many exciting and pressing challenges in our society that need the smart brains of the next generation, you, to be solved. It is therefore truly an absolute thrill to have you, 350 students from 89 different countries from all around the world, here in front of me. You have been, yes, I think this is a round of applause. You have been selected, amongst many others, to participate in this Olympiad and solve chemistry riddles during this upcoming week. That alone is truly an amazing achievement, no matter what happens during this upcoming week. I think this also deserves an applause. You are great. I trust that many of you are for the first time in Switzerland, and maybe also for the first time outside of your home country. I therefore suspect that many of you are now sitting here with a feeling of excitement, but maybe also a feeling of uneasiness, of not knowing exactly what is ahead of you. Those feelings, this mix of excitement and uneasiness, is actually very similar to carrying out research. Yes, some of you know what I'm talking about. In research, you go out to explore something that is not yet known and that is waiting for you to be discovered. In such an adventure, it is important to be not alone and to be able to communicate and exchange. And here is a great aspect of chemistry. The language of chemistry is global. It is the same regardless of the country you come from. Thus, aside from the competition, you will experience being surrounded by people from around the world who have a similar interest and passion as you. I very much hope that you will, during this week, form bonds and friendships across country borders through chemistry and the common language. Alrighty, aside from the chemistry aspect and the competition aspect, and we really have thought of some really cool and challenging questions for you, of course, we will also do our best to introduce you to the beauty of Switzerland. You certainly should not leave this country before you've enjoyed some Swiss cheese and chocolate. Alrighty, so with these opening remarks, let me introduce you to Professor Günther de Sartori, who is the rector of the ETH Zurich and the president of the 2023 International Chemistry Olympiad. Just for some background, Professor de Sartori is a physicist. He's originally from Italy. He studied at Innsbruck in Austria, and then formed already during his PhD a close connection to the CERN in Geneva, and became assistant professor at the ETH in 2007, moved up the ranks very quickly to become full professor in 2007. Professor De Sartori is an excellent scientist who contributed immensely to the discovery of the Higgs particle. Some of you might know this. He also developed a new tomography method that a startup company is currently developing to hopefully help patients in the future. On top, Günther is a truly dedicated teacher who won the so-called Golden Owl multiple times. Now, the Golden Owl, that's a distinction that the students in a given department at the ETH Zurich award to that professor who has done, in their view, the best teaching, and Günther has won that multiple times. So that said, you can tell that we at ETH are very lucky to have him as the rector at the ETH Zurich, and I think that goes beyond. We in Switzerland are very lucky to have him here. And today, we're very lucky to have him as the official host of the Chemistry Olympiad. So now, please welcome Professor De Sartori to the stage.
Thank you, Helma. Dear participants, dear mentors, dear guests, dear volunteers, dear supporters and partners, dear members of the scientific and organizing committees, dear members of the national and international steering committees, and esteemed keynote speakers. Welcome. Today, we gather here to celebrate the opening of the International Chemistry Olympiad 2023, a really prestigious event. An event, that's the most important thing, brings together brilliant young minds from around the world. You know, just like in sports, where athletes prepare tirelessly, pushing their limits to achieve success, our participants here have sharpened their knowledge and skills in chemistry to be ready for this wonderful occasion here. Yeah, I think this deserves an applause. I'm sure you're all ready. The Chemistry Olympiad is an international event that represents the spirit of fair play and healthy competition. Just as athletes compare their skills on the field, our participants will highlight their scientific talent in a practical and a theoretical exam, demonstrating their ability to solve complex problems and to find solutions. In this pursuit, they truly embody the essence of sports, namely striving for excellence while upholding the values of integrity and fairness. This year's EICHO marks a remarkable milestone with a record high number of participating countries in its 55th year of existence. And also very importantly, it takes place in Switzerland for the very first time. Helma has highlighted it already. Switzerland with its splendid mountains, this is really true, and idyllic lakes and rivers serves as an ideal backdrop for our young chemists, you, to explore the wonders of science. In the center of this year's EICHO lie two important themes: finding solutions and togetherness. These themes resonate deeply with the essence of chemistry itself. Chemistry is a discipline that strives to uncover answers to the world's most pressing challenges. Seeking solutions that ultimately benefit humanity. Moreover, chemistry is based on collaboration and teamwork. By working together and by sharing knowledge, we can make significant advancements in science, as I have witnessed myself many times as a physicist. As we embark on this journey, it is crucial to recognize and express our heartfelt gratitude to all those who have made this event possible. Our partners and supporters whose commitment have helped pave the way. A big applause for our partners and supporters. Our many volunteers, some of them you have already met this morning, who selflessly dedicate their time and energy to ensure a smooth operation of the Olympiad. An applause for the volunteers. And of course, this my gratitude and our gratitude extends to our science and organizing team who planned this extraordinary event with truly great care, I witnessed it, and common sense, accompanied by the national and international steering committees. Your support and commitment have been wonderful so far and are truly key. Thank you very much. Now, let us not forget the unifying and constructive character of this Olympiad. We are very honored to welcome participants from countries all over the world, sometimes in conflict with each other. But in the spirit of science and camaraderie, we call upon all participants to rise above their differences and to foster an atmosphere of collaboration and understanding. Let us remember that it is through the sharing of knowledge and common goals that we can overcome barriers and create a better future for all. So, in conclusion, the International Chemistry Olympiad is not just a competition. It is a celebration of knowledge, discovery, and the beginning and continuation of friendships. We stand here today ready to witness the passion of these young chemists with their talents and their dedication. Let us embark on this extraordinary journey together, united by the common language of science and inspired by the possibilities that lie before us for future solutions. So, may the flame of curiosity burn bright, and may this Olympiad be a testimony to the power of science, and in particular, to the power of chemistry to shape our world for the better. Thank you, and let the International Chemistry Olympiad 2023 begin.
Yes, that's a wonderful spirit. Thank you for setting this, Günther. Alrighty, you can tell from Professor de Sartori's and my words how thrilled we are at the ETH Zurich to host this Chemistry Olympiad. But that thrill really goes beyond Zurich and the ETH. The Swiss government is also really excited, and the entire Switzerland is really excited to have you all here. And in fact, without the support of Switzerland and the federal government, it would have not been possible to make this week happen. So I'm really glad that Silvia Studiger, the Vice Director of the State Secretary of Education, Research and Innovation, who's also the head of the Higher Education Division of Switzerland, joins us here today. So Sylvia is a philosopher by training, and I think we really need to give her now a very, very warm round of applause into the community of chemists.
President of the 2023 International Chemistry Olympiad and Rector of the ETH Zurich, Professor Di Sartori. Deputy Head of the Organic Chemistry Lab, Professor Wennemers. All of the contestants and mentors, and all those present today. On behalf of the Swiss government, I would like to welcome you to this year's International Chemistry Olympiad here in Zurich. I'm standing in for State Secretary Martina Hirayama, who unfortunately couldn't make it today. So, if you will indulge me, I would like to address the contestants first and foremost. Today's opening ceremony sets the stage for a very special week, in which young chemists will be called upon to show what they are capable of and receive for their achievements. The motto of this year's competition is finding solutions, and this makes perfect sense. It refers to chemical compounds, but also to the ability to identify problems and work together, find innovative ways to solve them. Now, more than ever, there is an urgent need for sustainable and creative solutions from the natural sciences, and so the demand for chemists is especially high. The challenges we face require interdisciplinary approaches and teamwork. I encourage you all to remain open to the unknown and to be courageous in your research. And I'm confident that you, as young researchers, will help shape the future of chemistry by bringing your own new ideas and solutions. Dear contestants, thank you. Dear contestants, your own unique approaches to problem solving have already helped you prepare intensively to this competition in your home countries. There, you faced several rounds of stiff competition and ultimately won your respective national chemistry Olympiads. This week, here in Zurich, you will face the world's most talented young chemists from 89 different countries. Wow! I congratulate you and wish you every success. Regardless of the outcome of the Olympiad, you have all reached a defining point in your lives. The compulsory phase of your education is coming to a close, and you are now charting your future course. A world of possibility lies open, and is up to you to decide where your path will take you. And whatever you do, always follow your own inner compass. Or better said, find the right chemistry. Your career should be aligned with your aptitudes, interests, and abilities. If you do that, you will for sure be successful. Switzerland also offers young people a wide range of opportunities. The Swiss education system enjoys an outstanding reputation, combining both academic and vocational pathways. Whether young people embark on an apprenticeship or prepare for higher education instead, no pathway excludes the other. Higher education options exist for young people completing an apprenticeship, and baccalaureate school graduates are not limited in their choices to higher education. In order to prepare young people as well as possible for their future careers, whether it be in academia or in the private sector, they acquire real-world skills at a very early stage in school. Natural sciences, in particular, benefit from a system that combines practical experience with theory. The dual-track approach to learning found in the Swiss education system thus creates optimal conditions for problem-solving, and in the coming week, you will have the opportunity to explore the Swiss education landscape. Among the many institutions in Switzerland, ETH Zurich and the Paul Scherrer Institute are two that greatly contribute to Switzerland's strong performance in the field of natural sciences. It's no exaggeration to say that these two institutions have gained global prominence thanks to the excellent quality of their research. And who knows, perhaps some of you will one day work in one of these institutions. Over the next few days, you will have the opportunity to learn from each other, share experiences, make new acquaintances, and expand your network. You all share a great passion for chemistry and the desire to explore the minutest of details. This curiosity about the world will serve you well in your search for solutions, big or small. An intensive and exciting week lies ahead, taking you all over Switzerland and providing you with countless new experiences. I wish you every success as well as a lot of fun in the coming days. May you find the best possible solutions both in your experiments and for whatever problems life throws your way. Thank you very much for your attention, and once again, good luck to all of the contestants. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Wonderful words. Alrighty. It is now my great pleasure to introduce Jane.
Sorry.
It's not your turn yet.
Yeah, totally get it. Just need to look for something. Sorry, ignore me. It's fine.
We have a guest speaker coming up.
Yeah, that's why it's super important that I find the thing, just so that. Jesus. Okay. I'll check. It's fine.
Okay. That little interruption. It's now my great pleasure to introduce Professor Gabor, and he actually told me to not pronounce his last name because it's too hard. But I trust that a lot of you know him already, because he has been with the Chemistry Olympiad for many, many years. He has dedicated a large part of his past years to all of us here who are the Olympioniques. So, Gabor is speaking here, just in case you don't know him, as a representative of the ICO Steering Committee, the International ICO Steering Committee. He studied at Budapest, was also in Arkansas during his life, and is now a professor in the Laboratory of Molecular Spectroscopy, so he's a physical chemist, at Eötvös University in Budapest. And importantly, for those who have not yet met him, you will meet him. Gabor has been one of you a few years back and won a silver medal during the Olympics of his time. So Gabor, please.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's such a wonderful feeling to have the community of the International Chemistry Olympiad together again. We had 3 years with great but remote Olympiads. As remote, they were without the personal contact, without laboratories. I can actually only think of one thing that was better in those 3 years, 100%. The speeches, because they were short and recorded over and over again. Not that this speech that I have to give now is very difficult. I'm here representing the community, and I have to say thanks. Well, first, let me say thanks to the organizers of those 3 Olympiads, Turkey, Japan, and China. Organizers are in this room, and some of them I met. And some of them I met for the first time after gigabytes of emails. Most importantly, of course, we have to say thanks to the people who made this Olympiad possible. The organizers, the members of the science team, the volunteers, the many people that are needed and the many institutions that are needed, the universities, the national and local governments, and the companies that understand how important education in chemistry is. So thank you very much for inviting us here. And one good advice, 10 days from now, catch up with your sleep. And I take the liberty of standing here to speak on behalf of the students sitting in the front rows. And I thank your parents, I thank your teachers, those who are in this room and who are following this event remotely. And let us not forget about your fellow students. One doesn't always feel how much you learn from your peers, how much their motivation gives you, and there's only precious 4 places on each team. And what should I say to the students? My instructions say that I have to mention that you have to respect your peers, to follow fair play and the rules of the game that we are playing here. But I don't think you will want to spoil all that effort that you invested here. And because you invested an incredible amount of energy of making here. And as a former participant, I think I can share the secret. You invested all that effort, but it was easy. Because how atoms and molecules pair together, chemistry, is also incredibly interesting. Now you are solving questions and puzzles that people in the science committee are giving you. And these are exciting and interesting. They tested it on us. And every single one of them is exciting, and there's plenty of them. And soon, if not already, you will be solving puzzles that nature is giving us. Believe me, it's all the same fun. Enjoy.
Alrighty, I agree. These speeches can be very long. In that sense, we actually thought of a little intermission. And you have already seen this ghost spooking in my back. That is Jane Mumford, who is a famous Swiss entertainer and comedian, who will now perform her burlesque animal dance.
I can't do the thing. I can't do the dance.
Why not?
You know,
you're up now.
Yeah, but
you were so anxious.
I was, and it's a cool thing. It's this burlesque animal dance. It's really nice.
Snake dance, right?
I lost the snakes.
You what? No. You lost your snakes?
Look, just one
How
moment.
could you lose your snakes?
Has anyone seen like a couple snakes? They're like this. You should don't not too loud. They react to noise. Okay. Well, we've got snakes in an auditorium here. Look, they're like, well, they look like snakes. So if you see a snake, it's my snake.
How can you lose your snakes?
Well, I didn't lose them. They were behind stage in a container next to all the other chemicals, and someone just moved everything, like the chemicals and the snakes. Like, how could you not see those weren't chemicals, those were snakes?
Okay, Jane. Actually, chemistry has a lot to do with snakes.
Don't say that, because snakes are tricky, but I trust them more than chemistry. Chemistry is, look, I'm nothing against you. I didn't tell you this when I got hired, but I'm actually not a big fan of chemistry.
But Jane, chemistry, don't you agree? Chemistry is everywhere.
Well, yeah, that's why it's kind of evil, when I think of chemistry, I think of artificial ingredients in food and like poisoned rivers and,
Stop. Chemistry is about molecules. And just about everything consists of molecules. You're a big bag of molecules too.
Are you calling me a big bag of molecules?
Well,
Is this baggy?
exactly. Your clothes, they consist of molecules. The food you eat, that's molecules. The water you drink, that's your skin. Everything of you is molecules.
Okay.
And in the case of you snakes, a class of molecules called peptides is actually really important.
Oh. Well, everyone's going like, whoa, is that some new kind of drug, a peptide?
Okay.
Well, I don't know.
That's actually not too far away, Jane.
Really?
Peptides surround us as we speak. They're everywhere in our everyday life.
I wish my snakes were ever around me in everyday life. But what about these peptides? What are they?
Well, I actually happen to be an expert on peptides.
That doesn't surprise me because you're very peppy, Sorry, comedian. Thank you.
Should I give you some examples, Snake?
Okay, let's do some examples.
Should I give you some examples,
Yeah,
Jane?
yeah.
Maybe that helps.
Yeah, sure.
Alrighty, so you love your snakes, right?
I love them. Yeah.
Alrighty, and you want to have them back.
Yeah.
So once you have them back, you'll feel happy.
Yes.
That happiness is created by oxytocin.
Okay.
By oxytocin, a peptide hormone that makes you feel happy, Jane.
Okay, so that's maybe the one good molecule in the world, okay?
Well-
So you found one.
Don't be too hasty. Snakes also produce the worst toxins. Not a single compound a chemist has ever created is as toxic as the toxins snakes create.
I really should find them. It's a lot of people.
Just calm down. You're amongst chemists.
Okay.
Calm down.
Okay.
Because some poisons in small doses can actually be medicine. That's something already Paracelsus knew. The dose makes the toxin.
My granddad knew that too. He always said, if you're a bit sick, you can drink a little shot of Appenzeller liquor before going to bed.
Jane, stop
little.
it. We're in front of a youth gathering. You cannot encourage drinking alcohol.
Oh, sorry.
here.
Different example. My
stop.
grandmother, she always used to say, a bit of Swiss chocolate is medicine.
Okay, fine.
But too
Fine.
much makes you sick.
That's okay.
You'll find out when you go chocolate tasting. You'll find out.
Okay, let's go back to the drugs, right? Okay. The toxins that the snakes produce to defend themselves and kill their enemies, they're actually fantastic starting points for the development of drugs.
See, I knew this was going to turn into some sort of a Breaking Bad moment here.
No.
Here we are.
Jane, let me educate you. Drugs that help.
Okay.
Drugs against heart diseases, cancer, diabetes, and many other diseases to help patients.
So
That's
in the
what we chemists
doses,
do.
yeah. So in a doses, a poison can be helpful. I got it. Yeah.
Alrighty, let me give
Yeah.
you an example outside drugs.
Okay.
It's also connected to your snakes.
Yeah.
A Swiss company actually succeeded to take a small piece of a snake toxin that otherwise paralyzes our muscles. And this is how the snake toxins work. They paralyze the muscles. And that's bad because our heart, for example, is a big muscle.
Yeah.
That's why the snakes can kill us if we're not careful.
Which is why I
right?
should find them
But,
now.
But that Swiss company, wait. That Swiss company took a small piece of that poisonous peptide and made a face cream out of it that prevents wrinkling of the skin.
Yeah, oh, but I mean,
And
do
let me
we
show
really...
that structure to you, actually, just so that
This
you
one?
know it's real.
Yeah,
It's
but
not
you know,
fantasy.
I don't want
It's
my
existing.
snakes. My snakes should not take part in the beauty industry. I think I'll switch to lizards. I'll just go to lizards.
That might be a good idea, but no. Hollywood stars actually swear on those face creams, and some of those peptides could come from lizards too.
Do you use those creams? She looks good, you know.
Jane, come on. This is all because of the passion for chemistry, research, and of course peptides.
That's how good you can look in
But
this
thank
industry.
you.
huh?
I'm glad. Thank you for that compliment. Alrighty, do you want to have another example? Are you ready for it?
Okay.
Do you like going to the dentist?
No.
Huh.
No.
So, you must be a big fan of artificial sweeteners.
I'm a huge fan.
Okay, so you
Epic fan.
really like aspartame, don't you?
Yes, sure, yeah.
Yeah. So, that's nothing else but a peptide.
That's a peptide.
That's
too.
a peptide. Aspartame is a peptide. A peptide that tastes 200 times sweeter than sugar.
200. That's epic.
Well,
That's epic.
I agree. But you know what's really epic?
What?
Something even more epic than aspartame.
What?
You know, once upon a time in the primordial soup, when there was really nothing but some gases and water, and maybe some electrical discharge, chemical reactions took place that eventually turned into the molecules that sparked life.
Wow,
That's
is epic.
chemistry at the source of everything we call life.
Have you ever created life?
Not in the lab.
Oh, okay.
Not yet.
Okay. So wait, if there is a molecule for every problem, is there some sort of a molecule that can help me find my snakes as fast as possible?
What do you think, guys? I think chemists are really good at finding solutions, aren't we?
Do you have
So
something?
what about if we give Jane a little snake pheromone? Maybe that will help you.
Oh, that's a great idea.
Huh?
Why didn't I think of that?
Well, I think the answer to that is very clear. You have not been interested in chemistry so far, Jane.
True.
Don't you
but
think?
That's all going to change because now I have this amazing solution
Okay.
to go find my snakes, and I'm just
Okay.
gonna
Good
make
luck,
sure
Jane.
that they find you too. Don't worry, it's just molecules. Just molecules.
Okay.
Okay. So just in case you feel something on your feet, remember, snakes smell through their tongue. So if they tickle you, don't shout. Again, they get very aggressive if you're loud. Just raise your hand and I'll come by with the snake fork. Everything's gonna be fine. Okay. Okay, there we go. Okay, see you later. I'll find the
Alrighty.
snakes.
Jane, good luck. Let's see if she finds her snakes. Anyways, now we actually come to, I think, the most important part of this morning, the introduction of you, the teams. Yes, indeed. The Olympic contenders. So, for the 89 teams, we have come up with a video that presents every team for 15 seconds. You'll see some icons, some typical parts of each country. So, just for the logistics, what's happening? Just for the logistics, I ask you that each of you stands up when your country appears. We have the cameras right on you then. but then also for logistics, that once the introduction of the next team starts, please sit down again. Yeah? So that we don't have the big confusion. Alrighty. So, let the show start. And let's see which is the first country. Oh, we start in Europe. Who recognizes the beer cathedral? That's the Czech Republic. Alrighty. We go to Asia. The Buddha. Cow. What is that? Sri Lanka. Alrighty. The world is turning back to Europe. Ah. Copernicus. Discovery. Ah, beautiful gherkins. Poland. We stay in Europe. Beaches. A wolf. Ah, Bulgaria. Asia back, a leopard, snow leopard, mountains. Oh, Tajikistan. Oh, who knows the boot? Romans. Little Tower. Italy. Alrighty, back, still Europe. Oh, wonderful dance. Peppers. Hungary. Okay, we stay in Europe. Oh, who doesn't know that tower? Cycling, up to date right now. France. Back to Asia. Oh, that's karate temples. Oh, I love that food. Korea. Alrighty, we go to the Near East. Flowers, beautiful. Jasmine. Syria. Famous tram. Who has written it? Tower. Discovery of the Portugal. Alrighty, north of Europe. Oh, beautiful houses, fish. And the Vikings, Norway. Alrighty. I know that very well. Beer's fantastic. Germany. Back to Asia. Mountains. Here we go. Pakistan. Oh, we're in the Americas. What is that? Oh, the beaches, the cranes, Trinidad and Tobago. Orthodox Church, wow, couples, beautiful tradition. Oh, and the food. Here we go, Serbia. Temples, olive oil, Olympics, Greece. A skyline, an antelope, a coffee pot, Qatar. Alrighty, back in the Americas. Cars, houses, that's Cuba. They're on their way. Here we go. Cathedrals, national animals, the Papa Fox, Paraguay. And now we have individual participants, Atanina, Chleb, Maria, and Alexander. Where are you? Here we go. Welcome. Alrighty, here we go. Taverna coastline, Cyprus. In Asia, well, that's it. Here we go, already in the wall, China. Alrighty, let's see. In Europe, a local wonderful church, some bears, waterfalls, Croatia. Alrighty, what's next? Very close, but not the same. Castle, a mask, a bat. Oh my goodness, Romania. Back in Asia, who knows that? Lots of islands. Oh, beautiful mountain hill monkeys, indeed. Indonesia. Okay, here we go. Sun Beach, beautiful. Maples. Canada and hockey, of course. Back in Asia, we have, let's see what we get here. A marketplace. Horses, Kyrgyzstan. Alrighty, we have the next individuals. Sergey, Alexei, Nikita, and Vadim. Warm welcome from all of us. Alrighty, back in South America. A Barrick Lock, oh, mussels, an artichoke, wow. Argentina! Okay, back in Asia, we'll see what that, here we go, mountains, beautiful food, United Arab Emirates. Alrighty, Europe back, in the north, Scandinavia, here we go, an elk, beautiful huts, Sweden. Back in Asia? Oh, wonderful animals. I'm not sure what it is. A monastery Buddha statue. Mongolia. Oh, the island. I think that's an easy one. A geyser, horses. Iceland. Alrighty, South America, here we go. Ha! Monuments, Plaza, Uruguay. In Asia, let's see. Oh, the Independence Place, chess, and my shoes actually, Armenia. Stay in Asia, let's see. Minaret, sauna, here we go. Finland. Castle, cathedral, church, a train, and good food. Uzbekistan. Let's see. A windmill. Tulips. The Netherlands. A wonderful church. Mausoleum, and then Montenegro. Alrighty, what do we get here? Bears, mountains. What's that? Slovakia. Turning to Asia again, let's see. Beautiful carpets, cathedrals, mosques, a camel, Iran. Let's see, what is this? We get wonderful food, Lego. We all love Lego as chemists. Denmark! Back in Asia, let's see what we get. Mountains. Oh, good wine. Georgia! Alrighty, Africa. Let's see. Mountains. Mountains are everywhere, isn't it? It's beautiful. And wow, this is special. Nigeria! Welcome! Let's see. An island. Oh, beautiful cliffs. Ireland! Back in the Americas. Oh, beautiful landscape. Bananas. Indeed. Ecuador! Here we go. The Taj Mahal. Gandhi. And an elephant. India! Let's see. An island in the very... Here we go. Beautiful towers in Enigargar, Chinese Taipei. Turning the world to the South America again, the beach. Maybe beach volleyball? No, here we go. Football, Brazil! Alrighty, back in Europe, we have beautiful, rose, cabbage, towers, Luxembourg. Okay, mountains and a bird, what is it? Venezuela! Turning back to Asia. Temples, mountains, Nepal. Alrighty. Flamenco. Roman, here we go. Food, Spain. Let's see what we get. A castle, Bled Castle, towers, bridges, mountains, Slovenia. Back in South America, Machu Picchu, camels, Peru. Alrighty, back in Europe, the castle, beautiful. It's Freedom Statue, Latvia. Back in Asia, lots of islands, mountain volcano, boats. Here we go, Philippines. What do we have here? A nightingale, good food. Balalaika, Ukraine. we stay in Asia. Beautiful landscape with beautiful Turkmenistan. Alrighty, back in Europe we go. Oh, beautiful basilisk. Well, here we go. World Wide Web, Estonia. Okay, we go far down south. Let's see. Beautiful landscape with beaches and New Zealand, a kiwi. Let's see, we're back in Europe. We go to, it looks, I don't know what the English name is, a bridge. North Macedonia. Alrighty. Mosque, very famous. Shisha, Turkey. Alrighty, Central America. Oh, what a beautiful sunset. Birds, papagayos, Costa Rica. Here we go, let's see. Oh, beautiful skyline, good food. Israel. Let's see, back in Europe, we have the Atomicum. Here we go. And that's Belgium. The fries, not to be missed. Down south, that's easy, I guess, right? Kangaroo, so iconic. The Rock Mountain. Australia, welcome. Alrighty, we are in Asia. An elephant. Beautiful, here we go, Thailand. Alrighty, we go to North America. And that's the Statue of Liberty. Grand Canyon, the United States of America. Alrighty, let's see, back in Asia, we have a beautiful skyline. Birds, Kazakhstan. Let's see where we go. Here we go. Beautiful mosque, an onyx. That's Oman. Alrighty, back closer to Switzerland. Here we have a beautiful and Moldova. In Asia, let's see where the icons are. The towers, very hibiscus. They're blooming here, but not as beautiful in Malaysia. We turn back. Oh, the island in Europe. Here we go. Yeah, food. The parliaments and the iconic buses. The United Kingdom. Alrighty. Mount Fuji, Fujisan, sushi, and the bullet train, Japan. Alrighty, staying in Asia are beautiful orchids, shopping, and here we go, Singapore. We turn to Central America, the pyramids, Mayan, the head, Mexico. Let's see, where do we go now? Oh, that's serious. Self-defense, cars, Azerbaijan. Alrighty, famous towers. Birds, here we go, Kuwait. In Asia, let's see. Here we go. Mountains, a tiger. That is, oh, absolutely. Bangladesh. Alrighty. That's, yeah, churches, very much castles, and Lithuania. Down in the south of Africa, an antelope. Indeed, rugby, South Africa. Alrighty, we go very close by. The famous Ferris Tower. Yes, here we go, skiing, Austria. Alrighty, let's see, where do we go now? Here we go, cars, hats, bicycles, Vietnam. Okay, this seems very close to Switzerland. Indeed, Spätzle. And some mountains and beautiful landscape, Liechtenstein. Alrighty, back in the Americas. A colibri. Yeah, here we go. The famous statue of Jesus, El Salvador. Alrighty, we go to the desert, museums, and camels, dromedars. That's Saudi Arabia, where the next Chemistry Olympiad will take place. Alrighty, and last but not least, we're back here with the cheese, the knives, the mountains, Switzerland. Alrighty. So, oh, Jane, you're back.
I'm back.
Have
So-
you found them? What happened?
Good news and bad news. The good news is I found the snakes, well, all except one. So most
Oh
of
my
them were on the
goodness. Watch
toilet
out.
under the seat. So just when you go to the toilet, there's still one missing, just so you know. And the bad news is once I had them back in the container, I accidentally dropped the whole bottle of pheromones in, and now they are kind of high. Some of them are asleep, but all of them are kind of bloop. So I can't work with them.
Can't you do it without them? Without the snakes?
Do my snake dance without
Yeah.
the snakes?
You know, molecules you can also not see, but we all know that molecules are there, even they're so tiny that we can't see them, but they have an effect on us.
You put a lot of trust in the invisible.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
Jane. Yeah.
Okay,
You've been
well-
disturbing us here, so you're confident enough that you can do it. Come on.
Okay, so what I'll need to do is I need all your help. You have to be creative this week anyway, so why not start now and imagine the snake? Yeah, can you imagine the snake for me while I do the thing? Okay, let's do this. In that case, I'm going to go back there. I'm going to count down from 10 to 0. And once we hit 0, or you can count with me, you just roll the music, roll the lights, and then we'll do the snake dance.
I think that's a great idea.
Okay, cool. Okay,
I
let's
think
do
you'll
that.
just do it.
Are you down?
Just do it.
Okay, cool.
Go for it.
In that case, count down from 10 to 0 for me, starting now. solo. Thank you, my snakes. Thank you.
Alrighty. Let's see if she will find them eventually. The word is still out. Alrighty. Let's get back seriously. So now we'll have a welcome address by Wendelin Stark, who is the head of the science committee of this year's Chemistry Olympiad. And it's a really great pleasure for me to introduce Professor Stark, because Wendelin is a wonderful colleague of mine who studied chemistry at the ETH, stayed for some time at the University of California at Berkeley, and obtained his PhD at ETH in mechanical and process engineering. So he was so bright that the ETH hired him pretty soon back as assistant professors in 2004. He moved up the ranks to his current position as professor of chemistry, and who actually will also be soon the chair of our department. Thanks for doing that, Wendelin. Wendelin's research is centered around the development of materials with a specific function for medical or industrial use. So you can tell that he has a keen eye to what is of practical use. As such, he also co-founded several companies. And importantly, maybe most importantly for today, Wendelin is also, like Gabor, a former participant of an International Chemistry Olympiad. So, Wendelin, it's my great pleasure to welcome you up to the stage.
Thank you. Welcome, everybody. It feels a bit strange. You know, I actually made a calculation error yesterday when I tried to somehow anticipate what I wanted to say when I would be standing up here. And I wrote 20 years, and then I realized, my God, it's 30 years. 30 years I was one of you, okay, sitting in a big auditorium in Perugia, in Italy. Was the first time I went to the Chemistry Olympiad, and it was wonderful. And I went to Oslo and to Beijing, and it was even more wonderful. It was incredible. And to be there and now to be up here is somehow connected. And the first thing I want to say is I want to thank two mentors that are still active and that are, to a large part, responsible that you are now sitting here. So I want to thank, very big thanks to Maurice Gosnaudet and Jochen Müller from the Swiss team with their incredible energy. So Maurice, thank you, Jochen. It was 30, now that's the correct one. 30 years I was sitting in an opening ceremony like you do now as a Swiss participant, and it was great. So let me say welcome. Welcome to Switzerland. Welcome to our this year's ICHO 23. Welcome to Switzerland that runs financially, the fuel, about 1/3 on chemistry. Right? I keep telling this to our politicians all the time. The stuff we do in this country, we run it on a fuel, and the fuel that we use is chemistry. Okay? That's where the stuff comes from. That's what we sell. That's how it's good. That's how we build these buildings. We should be proud of this. Chemistry is an extremely powerful and productive science. It's us, as we've seen, the snakes, And mastering chemistry is what you are good at. Okay? You shape the world. You're responsible for the progress that goes this. We all know it. The chemistry is not about killing the fish in the river. Okay? It's not about destroying the ozone layer. And it's not about explaining friends and family and all of fellow people at the school that they didn't understand it. It's not, chemistry is not. So it's not that we have to defend why we're fascinated with it. No, chemistry is the capability to see quite well into things. We know substance, materials, probably better than anybody else. To us, the world is around us is a bit less intimidating because we understand it a little bit. It makes us modest. We don't understand it very well, but at least we understand it a bit better than most other people. Okay? So think two things is the fascination that has brought you here to understand what we're made of and how does it do. I'm very happy to be able to say hi to all of you, to all these most intelligent chemists from so many different beautiful countries. I think the planet urgently needs you. I've been serving on the scientific panel of the United Nations for 5 years. The world needs good chemists very well. Now, I don't know how you feel. It's probably difficult. When I was in my first opening ceremony, it was strange, and then I realized it was fascinating. It was fascinating to meet all these other people that are brought there by the same thing that brought me there, my fascination for chemistry. And for the first time in my country's team, it was to realize that fascination about chemistry brings young people together as well. You're not alone in your fascination. There are other ones that are good at it and you enjoy. Okay? It's the chemistry that unites us. It's this interest, a deep, very personal interest. It's bigger than country barriers. It's bigger than languages, the cultural differences. I had learned French, which for Swiss Germans is kind of a complicated thing. I had learned French during the time I was in the Swiss preparatory part because I realized one of my, still today, very close and best friends, he speaks French, and he was more stubborn than I, so I started to learn French. Okay? At the ICHO, the many times I shared laughters with others, even I didn't know how to pronounce their names, I often didn't know where they came from, I was never very good in geography. The connection was there. I hope you will experience that as well. It doesn't matter which country, whatever. There is this certain thing, and that, is bringing us together. Okay? And we all get excited about, getting this orbital thing correctly to turn the organic molecule the way it's supposed to be. And most other people maybe don't share this, but, we do. So I wish you to feel part of this adventure, to enjoy the next days here in Switzerland, to enjoy the company of one another. I think that's the so important thing. That's why I'm so happy that we managed to reorganize the Olympiad. And I was always very optimistic we would have it in person, because at some point the virus would be killed by what? A vaccination, which is a lot of it. Chemistry. We should keep this telling to the other ones. So, we know the feeling to see through things, to organize a molecule, to understand what it does. Okay? It makes the world less scary. Okay? Mastering chemistry looks complicated to other people. Okay? They sometimes consider it a bit crazy. For the lay people, it may a little bit look like magic. Okay? It scares them a bit. Mastering something is responsibility. You master something, there's a responsibility that goes with it. Right? Responsibility means you do the right thing, that you fight for a sustainable future at the conditions for your generation and the generation of kids. You may have kids sometime. Yeah? I wish you courage, because that's what it takes. It takes courage to take a responsibility and act, and not to run away and say, oh, others should do this. Okay? Responsibility also requires fairness. And fairness is something complicated. It's something we consider an old value. We all know more or less what it is. The thing we are here is called an Olympiad. An Olympiad connects to a very, very old tradition, right? Some 2,000 whatever years old. An Olympiad is to compete in a fair way and to show respect for the others. Right? And us, the chemistry community, I'm very proud that we can do this. We can come together, irrespective of borders and different cultures and languages and whatever. We can come together and compete in a fair way and to connect to this old tradition of making an Olympiad. Okay? So if I remember, I would like to take this moment to remember, what is it, an Olympiad? Right? Why has it survived history for such a long time? It fascinates people. So, to remember what the Olympiad is put in words. Okay? And I would now like to ask Sabine and Alex to come up on the stage. So, please come up. They are both from the Swiss team, and they will read for all of us, I hope, the Olympic oath, the put-in word of what we feel is this old tradition of competing fair together. And I would like to ask you to stand up for this a bit celebrous moment, and to try to remember this very old tradition, which makes us feel humble. So, Alex and Sabine, I would like you to speak the oath.
We promise to take part in these Olympic Games, respecting and abiding by the rules, and in the spirit of fair play, inclusion and equality. Together we stand in solidarity and commit ourselves to competing without cheating and without any form of discrimination. We do this for the honor of our teams, in respect for the fundamental principles of Olympism, and to make the world a better place through chemistry.
And now I wish all of you a good Olympiad. Enjoy it. Thanks.
That was pretty touching, wasn't it? So true. Alrighty. We're getting close to the end, but we're not at the end of this opening ceremony. But I know that at the very end, nobody listens anymore. So let's start here with some logistics. After this opening ceremony, all of the students amongst you will go to the ETH campus in the center of Zurich, and all of the mentors will go to the ETH campus at Höngerberg. This is where the chemistry department also is. Alrighty, so now we're getting very close to the end of this opening ceremony. So let me wish all of you students a lot of success, healthy competition. I hope you'll find the chemistry riddles challenging, and I wish you all the best of, well, brain power, but also some luck in solving them. And let me, at the very end, thank the sponsors and the huge team of organizers and volunteers of ICO 2023, without whom this week would not be possible and we wouldn't be here. So thank you all. And I also think I thank all of the speakers, Günther, Gabor, Sylvia, Wendelin. But I also think we should thank our comedian, Jane Mumford, once more. And
Thanks.
Let's just.
But also,
You
but
found
can I say something? Thank you to Helma Venemers for leading us through this morning so incredibly elegantly. Really nice.
I think it shows you that
Thanks.
professors, being chemists, makes you very versatile, right?
She's got good chemistry, what can I say? But, you know, I'm so sorry. Usually Switzerland is better organized than me. I'm sorry that you couldn't see it with the snake. Maybe someday in the future.
Okay. What do you guys think? Should we chemists make Jane a chemistry snake?
A
What do you
chemistry
think?
snake?
Should we make her a snake? What do you think? Should we make her a snake? I want some reaction.
Oh! You're
Shall
gonna
we
make
do
me
it?
one?
Alrighty. If we do that, I need to get prepared. If we're running experiments, we need to protect ourselves.
Okay, wow.
Alrighty, Jane, let's see what we can do for you. Chemists are good at creating things.
So you're going to create life.
Alrighty, we'll just see how it goes, right? We'll just.
Okay.
And I need the support from all of this entire audience, in particular the students.
So we might need a little drum roll once she goes
Maybe
to the
that would be
chemicals.
good. Yeah. Let's see.
Maybe we can do one of
Okay.
these.
Let's see. What do you think?
Oh, shit.
Should we try and make Jane a snake? Should we do it? Should we do it? Yeah? Whoa! Ah! Jane, here's your snake! Chemistry is just too much fun not to put it onto stage. So now we're really at the end. Happy competition, a wonderful week. Form the bonds that we anticipate that you will form. Use this opportunity to be amongst like-minded people and make bonds through chemistry during this week across country borders. Enjoy. All the best of success.
Mwah.